Okay. We're gonna do a big one. This is gonna take a while, couple of live streams probably. If I can get this thing mounted, this is gonna max out my lathe. Amen, I appreciate it, but I've got Jesus. I don't have an empty spot. Let's get here. Get everything connected. This one's pretty heavy. I don't know if it'll work or not. Okay, it's up there. This is a big one. Wow, I might not be able to do this. No, I don't have enough room here. No, not gonna work. All right, let's go a different direction. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to cut it a little bit shorter. It's just too big. I've been saving that guy too. That's a shame. All right. I guess we'll make tops. All right, we'll get started anyway. Nobody reads descriptions, right? Let's do this side. All right. Zen, Johnny's in. Hey, Johnny. So I had a really big piece. It's a piece of cherry I've been saving. It is about 2 inches too long. It's about 10 inches diameter and just too long. I couldn't fit the banjo under it, so I need to cut it shorter and cut it straight. The back end had a little piece sticking out that was catching on the banjo. Just wasn't going to work. But I will get that for tomorrow. Get that cut. So we'll make some tops. I wonder what else I could make with this piece other than tops. I don't know. Yeah, we'll make some tops. I'm gonna lean into the quiet lunchtime too, and probably not talk much. I'm just gonna make some stuff. We'll see how it goes. Just have a relaxing lunchtime. No stress about keeping the chat going. Oh, nice. All right. All right, one down, not gonna spin. To be honest, I cut the stem too thin before I made the point, so we won't do that on this one. Mr. Miller's in. Hello, Mr. Miller. Doug. If you guys want to see some really good wood turning, check out Doug's channel. All right, try this again. Three o'clock, Doug. All right, I'll be there. I love making toys. It's my favorite thing to turn. Doug, what's your favorite color? Purple. Perfect. Love purple. I got a really good purple, I think. Just a little bit. Not too much. So one thing with certain woods, I don't finish the stem until after I do the big part because they break. So, and this is Satellite City CA glue. I'm gonna seal that in there. All right. Now we can do the stem. And sometimes I don't put glue on the stem. I leave it untreated, unfinished. Get a better grip. Yeah, so CA glue, and this is Satellite City Thin, the original hot stuff. I like to use thin during live streams because it cures quickly. It's what you'd find super glue, same thing. But the thin cures quickly. The other takes a little bit longer, or I can use the Satellite City accelerator spray, but that sometimes makes it cloudy. So kind of you find what works best. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put some CA on this. Just to make it look good. And then I may go ahead and polish this also, because this one looks really good. The problem with making tops is you don't know if it's going to work or not till you're done. But you have to prepare as if it is going to work. So I'm going to use, this is some abrasive paste or wax polish that I mix up, mostly beeswax and mineral oil. And it'll give that CA glue a nice polish. All right, let's cut this off and see how it spins. Get out the cheese board. It's my spinning surface, the cheese board. All right, this looks really nice. I love that purple and that particular marker. It goes on real nice. Just a simple. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, Pat, I forgot about that. I need to do that. What time is it? We don't have time today. I'm going to try that and maybe do it for a full video. Completely forgot. And now everything is covered in about a foot of snow. So, yeah, I'll find some wood. Now I have some in the basement. It might work. Yeah, look at that. All right, let's time this one. So I'm going to start at 20, 30. 20, 30, so 30 for the time of the video, 10 seconds. It looks like it's spinning really slow on the video, but in real life it's going pretty quick. It's 20 seconds. Coming up on 30 seconds. If my hands weren't so cold, I think I could get a better grip on it too. 40 seconds. For a piece of firewood, that's not bad right there already. It's 50. We're going to make it to 60. 7, 6, 5, 4. 55 seconds. Not too bad. Not too bad. I can do better with a good spin. All right, let's make another one. I'm going to make a spindle one. They're narrower and longer. Those are my favorite. I'm going to do that. Yeah, tops are the best. I've seen junior high kids put down their phones to spin tops. And that is not an easy thing to do. All right, what color should we make this? So I've got a mini split in my garage, and I also have a propane heater, but I haven't hooked it up yet. So looking forward to that. All right, let's do blue. Ooh, let's make this one black. Black and silver. Yeah, black and silver. Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have a pile of tops, and I'm talking like 30 or 40, you got to have a lot, because one or two won't do it. Enough that everyone can try out like 3 or 4 of them, see which one they want. Like, you get that many on a table waiting for food, and they have nothing else to do, they'll put down their phones. Like I said, I'm doing this partial at a time, and then we'll go back and finish the stem. Yeah, you have to have like 3 or 4 for everyone. So I constantly keep a bucket of tops. I'm down to about 10 right now. I gave away a lot at Christmas. All right, turn the speed back up, finish the, yeah, you wouldn't want a baby to pull on this. I'm not sure what the wood is, but it's spalted, so it's probably got a little bit of fungus in it. You got to make the stem as narrow as you can so that you can spin it faster. That's physics. Thank you, Lily, for subbing. Appreciate it. I just love making tops. I can make tops every day, even in the cold. It's so cold, my banjo doesn't move. I think it's shrunk. All right, what's the odds on this one working? What do you think? Anybody have a guess? Some would say it's too, some would say it's too out of proportion. Let's do a silver. Yeah, I like yellow and black, or yellow, orange, all those colors. All right. Get that one to dry because I got to get back to work pretty soon. So need that to cure. All right, let's cut this off. You know what? Let's give it a little polish first. Because that looks pretty good. Far from ideal profile. Yeah. So this is my favorite because it's so hard to spin. They don't spin very long, but they're really fun to get spinning. How many have I made today? Just the 2. So this is my lunch break from work. I work about 2 miles down the road from where I live. So I come home every day, eat a quick lunch, and make some tops or whatever I feel like making that day. All right, that came out really nice. Look at that. She's a beaut. All right, let's cut that off. Oh, man, I'm having a lot of trouble moving the tool rest today. All right, let's see if I can spin this. I'm gonna have to lick my fingers to get it. Gotta go fast. All right, two in the chat if you think it'll spin. 1 in the chat if you think it won't. 2 if it will. 1 if you think it won't. 3 if you think I'll get it on the first try. All right, ready? Not great. It spun, but spun. There we go. Oh, there. Looks almost like a fishing bobber. I don't know, Dan. I don't know. I think you gotta switch to 2. They're entertaining. That's for sure. Then, when you get good at it, and you've got this kind, you can impress your friends. Not only because it's spin like that, but you can spin it like this. How about that? Upside down. That's impressive. So these are the 2 tops we made today. I got to get back to work. Thank you so much for coming in and watching and commenting, subscribing. Definitely check out some of the other stuff we have on the channel. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And remember, you have purpose, you have value, you are loved. God bless.